Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. I am sure you must have heard about covenant of Alast in the Quran. This is actually mentioned in chapter 7, verse 172. Let's read the translation of this verse. It says, "When your Lord asked all the offspring of Adam, 'Am I not your Lord?' all of them testified and bore witness to their testimony that on the day of judgment they would not say, 'We were not aware of this fact.'" My friends, let's look at another translation, and this is by Pickthall. He translates, "And remember, when thy Lord brought forth from the children of Adam, from their reins, their seed, and made them testify of themselves, saying, 'Am I not your Lord?' They said, 'Yea, verily, we testify.' That was lest you should say at the day of resurrection, 'Lo, of this we were unaware.'" Let's look at one more translation because this is a very important subject, and this is by Yusuf Ali. He translates, "When thy Lord drew forth from the children of Adam, from their loins, their descendants, and made them testify concerning themselves, saying, 'Am I not your Lord, who cherishes and sustains you?' They said, 'Yea, we do testify this, lest ye should say on the day of judgment, 'Of this we were never mindful.'" My friends, this verse is extremely important because it helps us in addressing three very important questions. Let me narrate those questions now. Number one, was our real non-physical personality complete at the time, or did it become complete after being combined with the body? Question number two, do we fully know what our test primarily consists of? Question number three, was our choice involved in this test? My friends, if Allah had not mentioned the covenant of Alast in the Quran, I mean the verse I just translated for you, if we had not been given this information in Quran, we would not have found definite answers to these three questions. My friends, by mentioning covenant of Alast in chapter 7, verse 172 of the Quran, Allah has essentially answered these three very important and fundamental questions. Now, let's see how Quran provides us the answers to these three fundamental questions. Let's begin. My friends, if our personality was not complete at the time of covenant of Alast, then no covenant could have been made because an incomplete personality cannot make a covenant. I hope that makes sense. Secondly, my friends, if we were unaware of the fundamental aspects of our test or trial, then the covenant would have little significance. I hope that makes sense too. Thirdly, if our choice wasn't involved in this test, which would imply that we were forced into this trial, then how could accountability be justified? My friends, if the Quran, Allah's final book, did not mention this covenant, humanity would have always remained confused about these questions, and there would never have been clarity. My friends, it is true that most people in this world are unaware of the covenants mentioned in the Quran. I mean, the covenant of Alast mentioned in verse 172 of chapter 7. But the results and the effects of this covenant are innately present within all human beings universally. My friends, before I close, let me say a few words about Quran. The Quran is the final book of Allah or God, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his last messenger. Since no prophet was to come after him, the entire record of the reform movement that was initiated through him, the reactions, I mean both positive and negative, that people displayed, and the stages the mission went through until its completion were all preserved by Allah in the form of the Quran. Furthermore, the Quran has provided answers to the questions that could have arisen in human minds until the day of judgment. My friends, with this I close this topic. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.